Have you ever stopped to wonder what your family truly needs from you as you grow older? Most of us spend decades working hard, saving money, building a home, and doing everything we can to give our children a better life. That is love, no doubt about it. But as we approach our golden years, a deeper truth emerges. The most meaningful gift you can leave your family is not money, not real estate, not even heirlooms. It is your independence. It is your ability to live with dignity, to make your own choices, and to remain a source of joy rather than a source of worry. It might sound simple, but think about this. What if, instead of one day needing your children to care for you full-time, you were able to stand strong, walk with confidence, and continue being the same vibrant presence you always have been? What if your grandchildren saw you not as someone fading into the background, but as a light, a guide, someone still full of life and stories and wisdom? Too many people only begin thinking about their future when it is already too late. We assume our health will stay steady, our energy will return tomorrow, and someone else will always be there to pick up the pieces if something goes wrong. But the truth is, our well-being in old age is not a matter of luck. It is the result of decisions we make every single day. Imagine standing on a path that splits in two directions. One leads to decline, dependence, frustration. The other leads to strength, joy, connection. Which path are you walking right now? And more importantly, are you willing to change direction if needed? There is no shame in aging. But there is tragedy in aging without preparation. In places like Japan, known for their long lifespans, they are now facing a hidden crisis. With so many people growing older at once, families are collapsing under the weight of caregiving. Some stories are almost too painful to repeat. Elderly husbands caring for sick wives alone for 40 years. Children torn between work and tending to frail parents. And sometimes, heartbreakingly, love turns to exhaustion and despair. We do not share these stories to frighten anyone. We share them to open our eyes. Because here, in our own homes, we have the power to shape a different future. A future where getting older does not mean becoming invisible. A future where we remain in control, proud, and connected. So ask yourself today, with complete honesty, if you continue living exactly as you are now, where will you be in 5 years? 10? Will you still be climbing stairs, laughing with friends, making your own decisions? Or will someone else be making them for you? You have more power than you realize. The habits you build, the choices you make about your body, your mind, your social circle, even the way you talk to your doctor, all of it becomes the foundation of the life you will live tomorrow. Let us be clear. This is not about pretending you will never need help. We all will at some point. It is about ensuring that when that moment comes, it comes later, gentler, and on your terms. It is about creating a life so full, so grounded, that when the winds of age begin to blow, you remain rooted. In this journey, we are going to talk about the 5 pillars of healthy aging. But before we get there, I want you to take a deep breath and hold one simple belief close to your heart. You are not a burden, and you never have to become one. With the right mindset and daily actions, you can become your own best caregiver. Let us take this first step together and commit to living not just longer but better. In Japan, a country long admired for its longevity and respect for elders, a quiet crisis has emerged. While the world applauds their average lifespan, few talk about the growing tragedy behind closed doors. Nearly 1/3 of their population is now over the age of 65. Families are shrinking. Caregivers are aging alongside those they care for. And the result has been heartbreaking. It is a crisis that should make every one of us stop and ask ourselves, could this happen to me or someone I love? They call it care killing. Every 8 days, an elderly person is killed by their own caregiver. These are not crimes committed by strangers. They are committed by husbands, wives, sons, and daughters, people who once promised to love and protect, now pushed to their emotional and physical limits. Imagine a man in his 80s who has spent 4 decades lifting, feeding, and bathing his wife, alone. One day, he breaks. In court, he quietly says the words that still haunt me. If I had asked for help, this would not have happened. This is not a story about murder. It is a story about what happens when love is overwhelmed by isolation. It is about what happens when we walk into our later years without a plan, without support, and without boundaries. Let me be honest with you. Growing older in today's world takes more than vitamins and willpower. It takes structure. It takes preparation. And above all, it takes community. Because the danger of aging alone is not just physical, it is emotional, psychological, spiritual. Without the right connections, even the strongest body will struggle. You may not live in Japan, but if you are over the age of 50 or care for someone who is, you are standing on the same path. And if we do not learn from their warning, we will repeat their mistakes. We have a chance to build a different kind of future. A future that is not built on heroic endurance, but on practical action. A future where aging does not mean isolation and caregiving does not lead to collapse. But that future will not build itself. It starts with each of us. Ask yourself this: if something happened to you tomorrow, who would know your medications? Who would help you to the bathroom or cook your meals? Do you have a plan? Or have you been avoiding the conversation? The lesson from Japan is simple. Do not wait until you are desperate. Do not wait until love turns to fatigue. Instead, take control now. Make aging something you do with intention, not something that happens to you by default. And that begins by embracing 5 core principles. These are not just health tips. They are the bricks in your fortress. They are what turn aging from a fear into a triumph. They are what keep you rooted, proud, and powerful no matter what your age. We will start with the most misunderstood and yet most essential part of growing older, your physical strength. Because staying still is not safety, it is surrender. But before we get there, I want to leave you with one last question. If you knew today that one small step could prevent someone you love from burning out, from breaking down, from making a mistake they could never undo, would you take it? Of course you would. So take it now. For yourself. For your family. For the future you still have the power to shape. Stillness is not safety. It is a silent sentence to dependency. As we grow older, we often hear that we should slow down, take it easy, rest more. But that advice, while well-meaning, can be dangerous. Because the greatest predictor of how well you will age is not your blood pressure, not your genetics, not even your diet. It is your strength. Let me ask you something. Can you rise from a chair without using your hands? Can you walk up 3 flights of stairs without needing to rest? Can you stand on 1 foot for 10 seconds without wobbling? These may seem like small things, but they are powerful indicators of your biological age. Not how many years you have lived, but how many years you still have to live well. Muscle is your armor. It protects your bones, balances your body, and stabilizes your joints. But more than that, muscle gives you freedom. The freedom to carry your groceries, to walk your dog, to play with your grandchildren, to live without fear of falling or breaking. The loss of strength, known as sarcopenia, begins quietly in your 30s and 40s. It steals away a little each year until one day the stairs feel harder, the bags feel heavier, and the world starts to shrink around you. But here is the truth, that too many people never hear. This is not inevitable. This is not your fate. Strength can be rebuilt at any age. If you want to stay independent, if you want to delay or even avoid the need for full-time care, there is one thing you must do: challenge your muscles. Not just once a month, not just when you feel like it, but as a regular, sacred part of your routine. And you do not need a fancy gym. You do not need machines. Start where you are, with what you have. Sit and stand from a chair 10 times in a row. Do gentle push-ups against the wall. Walk uphill. Use resistance bands. The point is not perfection. The point is progression. Your muscles grow only when you ask more of them than yesterday. Along with movement, you must fuel your body properly. Protein is not just for bodybuilders. It is for anyone who wants to heal, to repair, to stay strong. If you are over the age of 50, you likely need more protein than you think. Eggs, beans, fish, yogurt, these are your building blocks. Combine them with effort, and you are building a fortress. There is also one supplement, if cleared by your doctor, that science supports strongly: creatine. It helps muscles recover and grow, especially as we age. But remember, no pill can replace movement. Pills support. They do not substitute. Now, let us destroy the biggest excuse I hear: I do not have time, I do not have money. Do you have a staircase nearby? That is all you need. Climbing stairs is a powerful combination of strength and cardio. It fights heart disease. It builds bone density. It improves brain function. It costs nothing but effort. And it gives back everything. Aim for 3 to 5 flights a day. Combine that with walking at a comfortable pace 3 times a week and your strength training. That is it. That is your medicine. That is your power. That is how you live not just longer but better. And if you are wondering how you are doing right now, take the SARC-F test. It is 5 simple questions. Can you carry a 5-kilogram bag? Can you walk across a room? Can you get out of bed without help? Can you climb stairs? How many times have you fallen this year? Your score is not a judgment, it is a mirror, and it shows you exactly where to begin. So today, do one thing. 1 squat. 1 stretch. 1 step. Then do it again tomorrow. Because every movement is a message to your body. I am still here. I am still fighting. I still choose strength. You would never pour dirty fuel into a luxury car. Yet every day, many of us feed our bodies foods that drain energy, cloud our minds, and erode our health slowly. What you eat is not just about weight or cholesterol. Food is information. Every bite sends a message to your brain, to your muscles, to your heart. That message can be healing or harmful. Let us start with the beginning of your day. Most people grab whatever is easy: toast with margarine, maybe some juice from a box. But what if, instead, you began your morning with something your body actually needs? Scrambled eggs and a slice of papaya. It sounds simple, and it is. But that meal gives you lasting energy, mental clarity, and strength to start your day upright, not sluggish. Lunch is your opportunity to build resilience. Imagine your plate divided into 3 clear zones. Half of it should be filled with colorful vegetables and greens. Spinach, carrots, broccoli, peppers. A quarter is lean protein fish, chicken, eggs, or legumes. The last quarter is quality carbohydrates, brown rice, sweet potatoes, beans. This is not a diet. This is fuel for a life fully lived. And water, the most overlooked medicine. Dehydration, especially in older adults, leads to dizziness, confusion, and fatigue. Keep a bottle nearby and set a simple goal. Finish it by the end of the day. You will be amazed at how this small act clears your mind and lifts your energy. Now let us shift to the engine that drives your motivation, your mind. A strong body means little if your spirit is tired, anxious, or foggy. Brain health is not a mystery. It is built every day through challenge and peace. Learn something new daily, even if it is just 3 words in a new language. Watch a tutorial. Read a new recipe. Build a puzzle. It is the act of struggling through new information that strengthens your mind. But stimulation is only half the story. You also need stillness. Just 5 minutes of quiet, eyes closed, breathing deep, focusing only on your breath, can reset your entire nervous system. This is not mysticism. It is biology. You are lowering cortisol, the hormone of stress, and giving your heart space to rest. Now, about medicine, do not fear it. Too many people avoid doctors out of fear. But going to the doctor is not about finding disease. It is about confirming health. Think of your doctor as a co-pilot. You are still the captain, but their guidance helps you avoid storms. Make a health folder. Keep your tests, your medications, your questions in one place. Go to appointments prepared, curious, and empowered. Ask the questions. Get the answers. Be the CEO of your health. Because no one else has more at stake than you. And finally, perhaps the most overlooked pillar of all, connection. You can have strong muscles, eat perfect meals, take your supplements, and still feel empty if you are alone. Loneliness is more dangerous than smoking. It poisons the mind, weakens the immune system, and shortens life. So here is what you do. Pick up your phone. Reach out to 3 people you have not spoken to in a while. Send a simple message thinking of you. Hope you are well. Just wanted to say hello. That is all it takes to reopen a door. And do not wait for others to invite you. Invite them. To coffee, a walk, a simple chat. Share your time, your wisdom, your kindness. Feeling needed is the best medicine of all. At the end of the day, this is the truth. You are not trying to avoid aging. You are learning to do it well. You are choosing life, dignity, joy, until your very last breath. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is the deepest act of love you can give to those who care about you. So do not just live longer, live better. Stand tall, stay curious, reach out, and never forget you still have so much to give.